Hey everyone, so I'm coming here live with you as a request. I've had a few people in our mastermind that have asked questions on like how in the hell do you do everything you do with 4 kids, doing real estate on the side and also doing this real estate training company. So because I've had so many people request it, and some of you have seen previous classes where I've actually taught my 5 bucket system. If you have not received my 5 bucket system and want to understand it, let me know and then I'll do that with you. But ultimately, I have this planning system that I do. Hi, Dennis. That I do every week. So every Sunday, Stacy and I do not do anything. We literally plan it so that on Sundays, that's our time to just like recharge. We literally, we have bean bags, right? Like 4 bean bags that we just lay on and watch movies or interact with the kids, or gotta have hair out of place. Just excuse me, I'm coming to you as a mess. Anyway, I wanted you to know that we just don't do anything on Sundays for a reason. And that's because it's really important to just take one day out of the week to recharge, kind of recap how the week went. And then, what do I need to do next week? So ultimately, from a grand strategy perspective, we have our 30-day, 60-day, 90-day strategy on how we approach business, life in general, right? We take a 90-day approach and plan it quarterly. Then we break those quarters down into what's realistic each month to accomplish. And then from that month, we break it down into weeks. So for example, when I break that all down and I know I'm in the month of May and I know my key objectives that I need to hit for May. Now, week by week, how many weeks are there in May and how can I map all of that out? And then we come up every Sunday, we come in here. Okay, I'm just gonna give you a sneak peek behind the curtain here. But you can see this is our whiteboard that has all of our quadrants on it. So when you look at this board, it's broken down into I learned something from Stephen Covey a while ago about the quadrants and the big rocks, put the big rocks in first and then fill in the pebbles, right? So these are our big rocks. We're just trying to figure out how do we map it all out and get it all done? Well, you got to make sense of the chaos first. So we literally think about, let's make a list first and talk about, hey, what are the things we need to accomplish for the week? We make that list and then we really identify, well, what's high priority that has to get done no matter what? And of those high priority things, what's going to bring in potential revenue or have an impact on people? And that's what we want to focus on. And then the pebbles, the smaller things, are the ones that we don't really need to get to them, but they do need to get done, right? So here we go. Right here, if you look at our quadrants, it's we have 4. I'm going to try to tilt this up. So you want to treat this like an equator, that black line that goes across the center. Anything that is above that line, we consider high payoff. Anything below the line is considered low payoff. And when I say payoff, it could be impact, it could be revenue. It's just how do you define how it's going to pay off in the long run for you, right? Or even in the short term. So anything above the line, high payoff. Anything below the line is low payoff. Now this one is straight down the middle. So anything that's to the left of the line is high priority. Anything to the right of the line is low priority. So we spend most of our time, this is what we would call Q1. It's the quadrant good God, say that 3 times fast. Quadrant number 1 is high priority, high payoff. So you'll see things in here we got to get the leases for our 4 new tenants. We don't really have to do it ourselves. We have to make sure that it's happening though, because we have an occupancy there, right? So, and then we have the funding project that Stacy's working on. We have calculating offers training tomorrow. And we got to convert our first 3 weeks of our apartment course that's 10 years old from, I keep making jokes about it, from the 8 tracks to the videos, right? So we're working on that conversion. Then we also have our homeschooling for the kids. And yeah, we have a tutor that comes over every day, Monday through Friday for 2 hours a day, but she still has to have all the packets. My arm's getting tired, so I had to switch there. She's got to have all the packets and know what their workflow is. So we've got to develop those packets, get them ready for her so that when she gets here, they're ready. We got to complete our June content calendar because we do actually take a mindful approach to what we're going to teach you guys. And we literally develop next month's content this month based on current needs and what the polls say that you guys want to hear about. And then we're actually going somewhere this weekend. I can't even freaking wait, but we're going on a trip to Lancaster to actually visit some family. So we have to pack for that. And then we also need to coordinate the property tour that's on Friday. So this is this week's bucket list of high priority, high payoff. Then This is the high priority, low payoff. This is like that shit that you have to do, but you don't really want to do. And it doesn't really generate a lot of revenue or impact, but you still got to get it done. And it's a high priority because it's something like, yeah, we need business insurance, so we need to renew that. Or we have to pay our property management company, or they won't manage the properties. I don't want to do it, so I got to pay them. Then getting our kids on their classroom Zoom calls, we got to make sure we're doing that. And then we have like new coaches that we're hiring on to serve people in our mastermind. So we got to get those agreements together and also get the 1099s in order to compensate them, right? So then we have low priority, low payoff in Q3. This is stuff like, we want to take some of our stuff that we have and make our program a little bit more robust. So we're going to put our investor packets that we do some coaching on that, some training on that into Kajabi, which is our online learning platform. And then we want to do our roadblocks playbook. I made a post about that a couple of weeks ago, but then I realized that Stacy was doing our funding project, and I'm like, well, I don't want to overwhelm the crap out of these folks, so I'll hold that, right? So I put it over here. And then, there's personal development that we do. We're in a personal mastermind for seven-figure CEO, trying to learn how to run our business and coordinate everything and still invest and still like serve you guys. So we have to complete one of those trainings this week. We have Stacy right now is on a webinar. She's doing a speaking for this opportunity for real estate, and knowing that we needed to do that, that's like low priority, but it's high payoff because we reach more people and we're trying to transform lives and teach people how to invest in real estate so that they can make a difference in their life. Then planning our live event, right? We had to take our live event off. We had it planned for June. Well, COVID, thank you so much. Now we have to pivot and course correct and figure out when will we do our live event and what's it gonna look like? And then also we have to do an expense deep dive on some of the stuff that we have going on because we want to get into our own apartment stuff. So we're really like looking at our own opportunities there. And then you have low priority, low payoff. This is stuff that you want to delegate. If you can't delegate it, then you want to try to automate it, right? It's just stuff. So we have our video sales training for a sales funnel because we are going to start going out and offering our training courses online, and a chat bot for our business page. Like I know how to do that stuff, but I don't really want to do that stuff. I'd rather be talking to you guys and engaging with people instead of robots. But the chat bot, we have somebody on our team that can create one so that when somebody comes to our business page and catches us through YouTube or other channels, that they know how to get to our Facebook group if they're serious about investing, right? And then we have our YouTube channel and the SEO that's related to that. And then our website rebranding. I swear to God, I've been working on that for about 6 months. Hired somebody to do it, and she keeps asking me like, when are we getting back on the call? And I'm like, shit, I don't know. I have some stuff I got going on. So, and then we have our Coliseum podcast that we do that is kind of on the back burner as we continue to serve people. But what I wanted to show you is like this system, when you go through this whole system and coordinate it that way, when you come in, so let's just say it's Monday morning, and I'm like, cool, what do I have to do? So I look at this, I look at these first two quadrants, right? And then I pull off like what makes the most sense? What's the first brick that I need to focus on to get through this wall this week? And I pull them from that list, and then you'll see like they come over here to this board. Never mind our rent collection stuff. But this is like kind of what the list for Stacy is right here that she's gonna do today. This is her list, and this is like she's not going to bed until that shit's done. So you make this list, and then let's just say at the end of the day, that list is not done. What we do is we leave the items that weren't done, even though we're gonna try so hard to get them done. If they're not done, they roll over to the next day. Then we wake up and it's Tuesday, and we say, okay, what's left over here? Let's grab it and put it on our list to go do it. And it's just like a rinse and repeat, right? So every morning we're looking at the list and we're setting our intentions on what we're going to get accomplished. We're pulling from, and this is all cascaded down from like our quarterly strategy that's broken into a monthly plan that's then the week, right? It sounds really complex, but it's actually kind of easy if you just get into the routine. The hardest part is setting that strategy for 90 days and then getting into the routine of planning it out by month and then breaking down week by week how to tackle it. So, and then we have the ability to kind of like roll, like what are the roles and responsibilities of each of us and who's going to tackle what. So then we can chunk that into our calendars in terms of when we will get those things done. So I wanted to give you this high level. I promised Kahisha reached out to me yesterday. I promised her I'd go live and do a really quick video just to kind of give an overview. Drop some comments below if you have questions, specific questions, and then I'll try to keep helping you guys. So hopefully that helps out. Hope you're having a good day. I'll see you guys later.